All right, it's going. So whenever you're ready.
Initially, we was talking about alternate fuels, different things about that. This is one last item. This is regular tap water, unless you had something else.
No, I didn't add none. That's regular tap water.
And this is just some stainless steel plates. And I took some zip ties to give it a spacer,
right,
and then also hold it together.
What did you use as your spacer? Wood?
No, this is zip
ties.
You can come up and look at there if you want.
Oh, okay. You got them in between.
Yeah, I just wrapped it around one plate and then took a double one and wrapped around both. And basically, put that down in there, and then take a 12-volt battery. Really don't matter which one's which.
If I can get the video, look at it. It's already started. Look at this stuff.
Yeah, you might have to come up a little closer to see it. Now that's basically separating, taking regular water and separating the hydrogen from the oxygen, which water is 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. It's called an HHO generator, and then you can put a cap on it, harness it, and use it as a fuel.
So you're harnessing pure hydrogen?
Yeah.
You want to get your lighter and show what you do there with that?
Yeah, let me, before I do that, I'm going to unhook this. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of baking soda in there, and that probably will make a big difference.
What's the baking soda do?
That's where my baking soda went.
All for a good cause.
They recommend about 2 tablespoons, something like that. I'm not going to measure anything here. It actually neutralizes, I think, the water. It makes it more of an electrolyte.
So what you're producing is hydrogen gas coming up the top?
Yeah. And then, like I said, a lot of people cap them off. Some people are running them in their cars. They claim they give them extra fuel mileage.
What do they run it to the fuel system?
Yep. Now look at it.
Yeah, look at that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Now, seeing it's in an open container.
Yeah, I'm going to stand back a little bit. There's the popping.
You can hear them bubbles popping.
Yeah.
That's the hydrogen popping.
Mm-hmm. But actually, hydrogen burns pretty hot. I've actually seen some of these guys make benchtop torches, and it's hot enough to melt glass. And glass is pretty, not easy to melt.
Yeah, it sure is.
Some of these guys got
find a practical use to, figure out how to use the hydrogen.
To catch it and use it, yeah.
There were some guys that were running generators off of them. If you produce enough, I guess you could run it straight. It'd be just a matter of producing a big enough one. And that's what they call a wet cell. They make a dry cell where basically you sandwich a bunch of metal plates together with rubber in between them, so it leaves you about an 1/8 inch gap.
Right.
And the electric never touches the water. It's on the outside. You hook it to the outside of the plate, and then the water flows through the middle.
Right.
And then produces the gas.
That's cool.
But if you ever want to look anything up, it's HHO generators.
Okay.
On YouTube, it'll bring up a ton of stuff. But that's just basically harnessing water and turning it into a fuel source.
You had to have your electric.
Yeah. At least 12 volt,
But if you
yeah.
had a solar electric and that, you could figure out a way to run a generator.
Absolutely. Yeah. And actually, they said that a lot of them that's probably using more energy than what's needed. A lot of them say that like around 2 volts, 3 volts is really all you need.
Yeah,
So you're really...
I mean, you just have to figure a way to catch your gas. And,
The hydrogen, yeah.
And then you can put a lot of them. I see a lot of them build them in these housings, and then just because there's no pressure to it. So basically, you put a airtight cap, run the tube over into what they call a bubbler, and it bubbles into basically a tank that has water. The gas will rise up, but then if you ever have a flashback, because you're dealing with stuff that's pressurized or sealed in,
Right.
here it's pretty I mean, it's just rising and
Right.
it's not under any pressure. But there, if you would have a flashback, it would hit the water and not go follow it all the way back to the system. But yeah, and then like I said, you can use more than one or two plates. You can put what they call neutral plates in between, and then that'll also drop your voltage.
The inmates do something actually similar to this to heat the water with.
Yeah, it'll get warm.
They make a stinger, which is essentially this same thing, except for they hook it into the wall socket. And what it is just two pieces of metal like that separated with, they usually use like popsicle sticks or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Anything that
they'll
don't
plug
conduct.
a pigtail into the wall socket. And I was like shocked the first time because he dropped that metal with the wires on it down in that water. 25-30 seconds, that water was bubbling.
So it's used like for coffee and
Hot
They use
stuff.
it as
That's
a
cool.
heating element.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's really neat.
Now they claim, this was something I seen a while back, that you can take silver, like 2 silver coins,
Mhm.
and basically do the electrolysis and make colloidal silver.
Oh yeah, I've seen
For
that.
like
Right.
bacteria.
Yeah. You're supposed to drink so many ounces a day.
Take a silver coin and
Do the same thing, basically put them so they're almost touching,
right.
and then the electrolysis will actually make what they call colloidal silver.
Okay, which you can use in infections and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Well, they claim you're supposed to drink so much a day anyway of that, but
Yeah,
some people
it's
say
a
you can
natural
overdose on it. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a natural disinfectant. I do know that. It's
Yeah.
an antibacterial, very good antibacterial. But
I'm gonna run over and shut this radio off, and then I'll start filming again. I've got my shit on.